Oakland, mine.
Drop top or the phantom. Was in the dome with filthy rich, I was standing. I know these bitches can't stand it. Every time they look up, I'm on billboards and banners. I been that bitch and I still am. I been that bitch and I still am.
Peace, y'all. It's Amani Jade and my bae.
Najee AM.
On that 30-day bae challenge. Brought to you by the Oakland.
Mine.
And we're also bringing you some fashions.
Water, water, coming straight out the water. Just like the ocean, but more like river. My fam dripping.
If you would like your own authentic African face mask, it does come with a space for a HEPA filter, a microfiber on the inside. They are the sponsor for today's video. Link for a discount below. Not only do you get a discount, but it does help support the channel. And it does help support Black business. And you know that's what we all about, right?
We love to see our people doing good. Thanks for joining this journey where we're reviewing one bae album a day, highlighting diverse bae talent, creating appreciation, inspiration, and pride because we do what?
Show love the bae way.
Because you gotta roll with the times, you gotta keep creating.
That's facts.
We diverse in our talent.
Yee! And that's 30 days, one Bay Area album a day. Subscribe now and stay with us. And welcome to day 16, where we review Kamaiyah's Got It Made, which just came out this year.
Hey, car facts. Tell us about Kamaiyah.
Carfeezy. So she was born in Oakland, partially raised in Sac. She dropped her mixtape, A Night in the Ghetto, in 2016. And it was widely acclaimed by people all over the industry. All the big magazines, all the big people were talking about it. They're like, yo, this fire, bro, this fire. And that same year, she linked up with YG and signed an Interscope.
Wow.
In 2017, she made it to the XXL freshman list. That's another big accomplishment. But sad to say, her album was shelved multiple times and she actually never released the album under Interscope.
Wow.
Her second album was self-released after they delayed and then shelved her mixtape. So she had to change the name, probably change the songs and the beats to create her own work. Luckily for her, she's a very smart person, and she was able to retain her masters and eventually leave Interscope to start her own record label, Grind Work. Now, as far as this album, it is the first project released under her new label. It features Capolo and Too Short from the Town, DJ Jay Espinoza from the city. He's also the Raiders DJ, Trackademics from Alameda, and even Trina. Most of the album is produced by CT Beats, who also produced her biggest hit, which did go platinum, Why You Always Hatin', featuring her by YG, also featuring Drake. 3 of the tracks from this album have videos, and the bottom line is she's well connected and it's hard.
Hard in content and in the style. What I would say about the sound and style in this project is it's party music. You can turn up or swing it. It's music that you can get ratchet to. And there's a song called Get Ratchet. To me, it's real Nola sounding. Sometimes she give me little Boosie vibes in her delivery. But it's also very Bay Area bounce. You know how they have the Nola bounce?
Mm-hmm.
It's specific to where they at. It's like a Bay Area bounce. Really call it what I think it really is. And then she has a little bit of a raunch bounce. In 1-800 I'm Horny, sampling Shake That Monkey, and Too Short's vocals are on the track talking all of that. Then she got that smooth bounce in the song Digits. Very different. And we actually get a little bit into that when we talk about the messages. Overall, bounce, Bay Area bounce, from the turn up to the slight turn down to the turn around and confront whoever you talking to. All of that.
Yep. This album is a little bit different from some of her previous works. It features less singing and more just straight hard-hitting hip-hop bars. It reminds me of Gangsta Boo, a lot of rappers from the South. It reminds me of old school Mackin hip-hop in Oakland.
And a little bit of the Conscious Daughters too.
Kamaiyah is not afraid to be a G, but also not afraid to show some of her sensitive sides as well.
Good
but
point.
I feel like she really wanted to come hard on this project and show what she could really do, especially considering her last 2 albums got shelved by her label before she was able to even really get any major albums out.
And with that context, I think some of the messages in the music make sense. In the beginning, there's a lot of self-celebration of who she is, what she's gone through, where she comes from, and what she has to offer. But then there's a little bit of a switch, and she's talking about some relationship bullshit, and how you go from lust and desire to deceit, cheating, controlling behavior, all of these kind of things. But first, she lets you know where she from. In the intro, she's banging High Street and 45th, Maxwell Kid, shopping at Max Fields. And then she says, I could give a fuck about my ex. Back then I wasn't shit. And guess what? I still ain't shit. B word. Like, keep that same energy because you see where I was and where I'm at. And what you think is what you think. But what I know is how I glow. Ooh.
You also got songs like Pressure, where she says, I love myself. I trust myself. Through that pressure, you can do whatever. They let them shackles off. I got my shit off. And every track is just hard like that. She got some of the coldest lines I've heard in a long time. You got songs like Still I Am, where she says, I've been that bitch. And I still am. I love hating ass hoes. They my real fans. That's facts. That's facts. Somebody who gonna hate on you is gonna go harder for you than a person who loves you a majority of the time. They're gonna be on your post commenting. They're gonna be like, oh, this shit bullshit. What they don't realize is that they boosting your sales. They boosting up your numbers. They're making your Instagram, your YouTube page look like it's popping.
She's smart.
She is.
She not mad.
Nope, she ain't. She like, go ahead, hate on me.
Be mad.
I got a platinum plaque on my wall right now, cuz.
Exactly. But that's when it switches up, though. Because there are some things where she will be mad and take it personal. And most of them seem to be her relationships. In 1-800 I'm Horny, she says, fuck me slowly, come give me that shit like you own me. But don't fuck my homies. I'm cuffing that shit, you mine only. And she might like boys and girls. I'm not really sure. It sounds like she can go both ways. But she want one at a time regardless.
And either way, she with you, you hers.
Period.
Okay.
And then you have a song called Digits, where you see that sweeter side that you was talking about earlier. And it make you listen different because she even says please.
Mm-hmm.
And all that other stuff we were just saying was a different type of vibration.
Straight up.
So it was like, oh, okay. Maybe you can get the number. You said please. You said it nicely. You didn't call me a bitch. Until, dun, 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 you get to this next track.
Set It Up, featuring Trina, where she's talking about revenge. Them straight up TCD, hard, gangsta West Coast vibes. In general, she says a whole lot of gunslinging, but it sounds a whole lot more literal.
I don't think Kamaiyah is being metaphorical. Everyone has their mood swings.
And in Kamaiyah's mood swings, she talks about toxic relationships, controlling and cyclical behaviors that really ain't no good.
No good. But you know what is good?
What?
Our favorite songs. Our favorite songs.
What's your favorite song, baby?
Well, my favorite song, okay, so it's a toss-up. I like Digits because it's catering to ladies. I feel like in the sound, the style, the delivery.
Yep.
But we get towards the end, and there's a song, Whatever, Whenever. She says she's dancing through the pressure. I like that she keeps coming back to this, her ability to create under pressure. She's paying homage to the West Coast, to the Bay. She talk about how she connect hood to hood across the country, which I love to see connect the Black experiences.
Man, my favorite has got to be Mood Swings. Like I said earlier, it shows the other side of the equation. Kamaiyah is hard. Bottom line, she's one of the hardest rappers out right now, period. She's not afraid to show her vulnerable side. And I think when you listen to the music, she wants love, she wants respect. But if you disrespect her, she ain't going for it. She ain't gonna have it. In Mood Swings, you hear her talk about the other side versus Set It Up. And Set It Up, you hear some things, how she's doing other people dirty, who might have done her dirty in the past. But Mood Swings talks about how she gets done dirty in relationships, and she's not fucking with it. I like the way that she sings on this track. She doesn't really sing a lot on this, but she has a really beautiful singing voice, straight up. And the message is positive overall because what she's doing is establishing relationship boundaries. She says, you don't love me, you don't trust me like you say you do. And for me, that's hella relatable. And that's why I love this song.
And that's why we are together today. Because we are no longer relating to that bullshit. Collectively, we have a favorite, and that's 10 Toes High. And she says, if you don't respect my art, you don't respect my heart. In my career, I invest my all.
Every single track, you can hear her whole life playing out.
She's dope. And that alone, that line right there is a very special energy that she brings. And that is why it is our collective favorite. And I would say if I learned something about her through this album, it's how much she cares, her capacity to care about what's important to her in relationships, even when it's not easy or when there's a fallout. And specific to relationships, she says in one of the songs that she's making up with old friends. And if she's fooled with anybody in the past, she probably still does. On that note, we hope as we show this love the Bay way, her, Kaylani, who's on our 30-Day Bay Challenge list, Keisha Cole, who's on our 30-Day Bay Challenge list, that they all can make amends. And even if they don't remain close, that they can grow through what they go through. Because we all still from the Bay, we all still women, we all still winning, we all still have our heart for this art. And that's a strong connection. And speaking of strong connections and heart in the art, if you're feeling Kamaiyah in this album, you should definitely check out our honorable mention, Daylite, and her new album, Omni, who is also from the V, and she is dope to me. And she'll probably be dope to you, because that's just what she do.
Straight up. And make sure y'all comment below, like, and subscribe to stay in tune with our daily reviews for this 30-Day Bay Challenge. Follow us on IG Live as well. And don't miss out on IG Live's Topic Tuesdays, Freebie Fridays, where we give away some merch. Like these dope t-shirts to folks who like and comment on YouTube or join on IG Live.
And if you want to just make sure you're safe, healthy, fashionable, and popping, and you want some of this merch, we got a link below for that as well. Authentic African, Repaired Nations. Shout out to y'all. Showing love the Bay way, keeping us safe in these crazy times. Links popping up below. Do you love Kamaiyah? Let us know. What song is your favorite below?
And which line's your favorite? Because she got gangs of hard lines in this piece.
I make all the shit these real niggas feel. These bitches hype, but I know I've been a bigger deal. Rich, but I'm a nigga still. Just drink champagne with all my chicken meals.